In the vast, unseen currents of the digital ocean, there are predators that hunt not for your data, not for your secrets, but for something far more primal. They hunt for raw power. They don't want your identity. They want your engine. They want your very lifeblood, stolen bite by bite. While you remain blissfully unaware, tonight, we plunge into the shadowy world of an invisible heist. A crime so insidious it leaves no trace, save for the ghost in your machine. Welcome back to the Digital Sleuth. This is a cybercrime documentary that dares to shine a light into the darkest corners of the internet. Tonight, our investigation leads us to a threat that is growing in silence. A digital parasite feeding on the very energy that powers our connected lives. Cryptojacking. Imagine this. You are working late, or maybe just browsing the news. Your laptop, once a purring workhorse, starts to lag. The fan spins up, louder and louder, as if it is straining against an unseen burden. Your once cool machine now radiates heat, almost uncomfortably so. You check your task manager, but nothing obvious jumps out. No major applications, no massive downloads, just a phantom drain. This is a silent thief siphoning away your processing power, cycle by cycle. This isn't a virus trying to delete your photos or ransomware holding your data hostage. This is something far more subtle. This is cryptojacking. At its core, cryptojacking is the unauthorized use of someone else's device to mine cryptocurrency. The attacker doesn't want your passwords. They want your electricity. They want your CPU cycles and your GPU horsepower. The raw computational muscle needed to solve complex puzzles. These puzzles validate blockchain transactions. For every puzzle solved, they earn a profit. And you pay the bill. The beauty, from the criminal's perspective, is its invisibility. Unlike a ransomware attack that screams for attention, cryptojacking is designed to be a whisper. It is a gentle hum in the background that you might dismiss as your computer just getting old. But that whisper can turn into a roar on your utility bill, or a slow, agonizing death for your hardware. The history of digital theft is long. We have seen everything from early bulletin board hacks to sophisticated state-sponsored espionage. But cryptojacking represents a fascinating, parasitic evolution. It is a digital land grab where the land is your device's heartbeat. So, how do these digital pickpockets gain access? There are two primary avenues. Two distinct ways they turn your device into their personal goldmine. Method 1. The Trojan horse. This is the traditional approach. The attacker tricks you into downloading malicious software. It could be disguised as a free game, a cracked version of a popular app, or an urgent software update. You open a phishing email, click a link, and boom, the mining script is installed. It embeds itself deep within your system, often configured to launch every time you turn on your computer. It is the silent stalker living inside your hard drive, feeding off your CPU whenever you are active. These malware variants are incredibly cunning. They use stealthing techniques to avoid antivirus software, often operating only in the system memory to leave fewer forensic traces. Some are even programmed to hibernate if they detect you opening the task manager, only to resume their work once you stop looking. It is a digital game of hide and seek where you are always it. But there is another method, one that is arguably more pervasive. Method 2. The drive-by. This is where the true elegance of the crime shines. There is no download, no installation. All you have to do is visit a compromised website. The attacker injects a small piece of JavaScript code into the site's backend. The moment you load that page, the script executes in your browser. As long as that tab is open, your computer is working for them. You might think you can just close the tab, But hackers have evolved. We now see pop-unders, tiny browser windows hidden behind your taskbar or clock. You close the website, but the hidden window keeps running. It ceaselessly mines until you shut down your computer. It is a digital vampire, relentlessly draining your system's lifeblood for as long as it can cling to the shadows. To understand why this is so damaging, we have to look under the hood. When we talk about mining cryptocurrency, we are talking about intensive computational labor. Your CPU, the brain of your computer, and your GPU, the muscle for visuals, are forced to perform repetitive, complex calculations at 100% capacity. Each calculation is an attempt to solve a hash. When your computer solves one, it helps verify a block of transactions on the blockchain. The first miner to solve the puzzle gets the reward. Now, imagine your computer, designed for multitasking, suddenly forced to dedicate all its energy to someone else's puzzle. First, there is the overheating. Your CPU generates immense heat when running at max capacity. Your fans frantically try to dissipate this energy. But prolonged exposure to these temperatures causes permanent damage. It literally cooks your internal components, shortening the life of your expensive hardware from years to months. Second, the performance degradation. Your snappy computer becomes a brick. Applications freeze, videos stutter, and simple web pages take minutes to load. For a business, this isn't just an annoyance. It is a direct hit to productivity that costs real money. Third, and perhaps most shocking, is the power consumption. A computer running at full tilt consumes significantly more electricity. For an individual, it is an unexplained spike in the monthly bill. But for a business with 1,000 infected machines, or a company whose cloud infrastructure is compromised, the costs can skyrocket. We are talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is industrial-scale resource plunder. The attacker bears none of the costs. No hardware, no cooling, no electricity. It is pure, unadulterated profit at your expense. While it might seem less violent than other crimes, the cumulative impact is staggering. This cybercrime documentary would not be complete without looking at the scale. Reports from the FBI and Interpol show that cryptojacking remains a persistent, multi-billion-dollar threat. In recent years, we have seen a shift. Hackers are moving away from individual PCs and targeting the big game, cloud infrastructure. By infiltrating an AWS or Azure environment, they can spin up thousands of virtual machines to mine. The bill goes to the corporation, while the hacker disappears with the coins. We have even seen IoT devices, your smart fridge, your security cameras, your smart TV, co-opted into massive botnets to mine cryptocurrency in unison. The fallout is more than just a slow computer. It is a security breach. If a hacker can get a mining script onto your system, what else can they do? Today, it is a miner. Tomorrow, it could be a keylogger stealing your bank details. The presence of a miner is a red flag that your digital perimeter has been breached. So, how do we fight back against an enemy that thrives on being ignored? Awareness is your first line of defense. Check your vitals. If your fans are screaming and your computer is slow, open your task manager or activity monitor. Look for processes using 80% or more of your CPU. If you do not recognize the name, investigate it immediately. Second, use protection. Reputable antivirus software is now much better at catching mining signatures before they take hold. Furthermore, use specialized browser extensions like MinerBlock or NoCoin. These are the digital bouncers that stop scripts the moment you land on a page. Third, practice extreme hygiene. Don't click suspicious links. And never download software from third-party crack sites. The free software you think you are getting usually comes with a very expensive hidden cost. It is never truly free. Finally, for those of you running businesses or managing cloud servers, implement strict monitoring. A sudden spike in CPU usage across your network isn't a glitch. It is a crime in progress. The internet is a vast frontier. And as we move further into a digital-first world, the value of processing power will only increase. These silent thieves are not going away. They are just getting quieter. But they cannot hide from a trained eye. Stay vigilant. The power in your machine belongs to you. Do not let someone else steal it. I am your host. And thank you for watching this cybercrime documentary. Stay safe. Stay anonymous. This is the Digital Sleuth.